Hey guys! Sorry, so I guess I was missing one important part, which was pressing a button. And so this is the first time I go on live. So I'm really, really sorry. Small detail. So let me know if you can hear me, and let me know if you can hear me fine. Um, I'm Kriss. I'm one of the partners. Today it's me doing the live. Jinhyani is taking the day off. She's gonna be supporting us on the chat, but I want to talk today. Actually, I'm going to rant. This is something I was telling Jinghyani. I have a struggle with learning languages, and I wanted to talk to you guys and wanted to see what you guys thought. So today, I want you guys to participate as much as possible, and I want you to tell me what you think, all that kind of stuff. So please let me know if you can hear um, in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me. So I don't know if, I mean, I think, oh, thank you, Tammy. I think, I don't know if most of you speak English. I hope so, so you can all understand me. But some of you will notice I have an accent. English is not my first language. I actually was born in Venezuela and I came to the United States when I was 20. So I learned English when I was in my late 20s. And hi, Norma. I came to the United States when I was 20, and I learned when I was in my late teens, and I learned by myself. I actually, like Namjoon, started learning English by watching Friends. Interesting enough, I was a huge fan of the show, and I started watching it with the captions in Spanish, and I was like, listening and listening, just like the dramas, with the captions in English. And I have slowly started to understand more and more and more and more, and that's how I started to learn English. And then I had a few friends that were missionaries and that were Mormons, and they will help me learn English in Venezuela. And so when I came to the United States, I had a basic knowledge. I was intermediate. I was pretty decent at it. So I feel like it's a little bit harder now that I'm in my 30s that I'm trying to learn Korean. And I'm trying to do the same things, but it's so much harder than when I was younger, though. But I definitely had some struggles when I was learning English, and I think I'm going through the same things now that I'm going through like learning Korean. And I wanted to know what you guys thought. What is your struggles with learning Korean? What is it that, let me tell you one of my struggles. And this one is with English. I have issues with this. Okay. Why is it that you have words like the word island? There is an S. Okay? If I'm learning English and anybody that's just learning English would read the word island. And I hate it when people would look at me like, island? What is that? Excuse you. It says S in there. So I would read it island. It's one of my struggles when the language has letters that are not needed. And now we're reading island instead of island, and there's things we need to learn. It turns out that Korean is the same. We have words like upso, and I don't know what other words they have like that they also have extra letters that you just have to memorize. That letter is there, but they're not pronounced. It sucks. It really sucks. The fact that you have to memorize these words. Like, why are they there? How about we just don't use that letter? Either we use it or not. So let's see. Yes, it is my first YouTube live. I'm a little nervous. English is all about here is a rule and here are the exceptions. Tammy, honestly, I don't know where the rules in English are, other than everything is backwards. From Spanish. That's all I learned. Norma, you're from El Salvador. That's awesome. Lena misses Jinhee. We miss Jinhee too sometimes. She was gone for a long time. I'm rocking the English. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry for Korean, not easy to learn. I'll be there for anyone who wants to learn. Yes, she's awesome. She's actually there for a lot of us when we want to learn, but it's still difficult. And I think that the older I get, the harder it gets. The other issue I have is, why is it that every time a word has a potential mispronunciation, that mispronunciation ends up in a bad word? For example, Jinghee has issues with the word beach and the word sheet. And we all know how those can be mispronounced, right? And we try to work with her. And the word focus, we try to tell her all the time how to pronounce those. Now, I have issues in Korean with the word pain. And every time I mispronounce it, it ends up being a bad word in Korean. I am done with this word. She was teaching it the other day with the content for on. I don't know if you remember, on had this word in particular. Let's see if I have the image available. I think I do. So, oh, I think I can move it up. Let me move it up. Oh, that's not it. This is it. Okay, I just want to show you. So if you see the word pain at the bottom, it, if you know how to pronounce Korean, I don't want to say it. I feel like I'm going to say it wrong again, and I'm going to say it. So here's a little secret, okay? If you don't know if you're pronouncing something right or wrong, I will give you this little secret. I tend to use my Google Translate, and I will talk to it, and if it recognizes it, it gives me it tells me that it recognized it or not. So I'm gonna say it, but it might say a bad word back. I apologize in advance. Kotong. Oh, now it says traffic. Apparently I just said traffic, but it recognized the right tone. Apparently I said the right tone. But that's the word I have issues with, the tone. I apparently say the word for poop, that it's not necessarily the nicest way. So every time it just tells me that I'm saying a bad word. It's pretty hilarious. And when I try to teach my son to say the same word, my son is like, "Mom!" It's pretty funny. So Jin Hyun is always like, I'm gonna say it. It's probably gonna be wrong. Dong, dong, dong. Oh, wait. Oh, who's calling me? Is this gonna be Jin Hyun? She's calling. I can't answer on this. Can I answer on this? I don't know if... Hey, Jin Hyun. I know. I can't say it right. I can't say it right.
No, that's okay. If you need me to do something, you can call me. I'm just letting you know, okay?
I know.
You're doing good.
Yay!
Yeah, keep going.
Bye.
Bye.
So the thing is, why is it always the potential for a mispronunciation word? It's for bad word. Can it just be a normal word? Like if I mispronunciate something, I can't even pronunciate right. If I mispronunciate something, I'm just gonna say window and not poop. Like, why is it a bad word? That's another one of my things. Like, why is it so difficult? And one of my struggles with Korean too is I understand, for example, John and Chan. They're like different, right? John and Chan. But when there's two of the same, like G, I think they're called, I can't pronounce it differently. It seems I don't have a middle ground. I just can't do it. And I don't know. I it's just, So I want to see what you guys' struggles are. I'm definitely it's a rant day. So let's rant about what is so like, why are we struggling? What is it so like difficult? Yes, Jinhyani, that's exactly. I'm not gonna say that on live, but that's exactly what you say. um, or like in Korean, the L sound is not pronounced right. So my last name, it turns out, Tammy, my last name is Lee. When I go to Korea, my last name is E. The L is not pronounced, and I didn't know that. The funny part though is because my last name is Lee, but it's actually my husband is white. When we got married in Korea. The funny part of that story was the guy that did our marriage certificate wrote his last name the North Korean way. So his last name is in the marriage certificate is D. So I was like, wow. All right then. I guess we're North Korean. um Okay, I gotta be more breathy. I don't know. I guess don't mean pronunciation is all the time. It's aspirated like in the English T. 안녕하세요. 라이브 오시오네요? 오시오네요? 감사합니다. I don't know if I said that right. I hope so. Mispronounce. Yes, like the mispronunciation, it's a big one. And I think that sometimes it's why do I find it harder? Like when I mispronunciate something in English, I find it easier for people to understand what I'm saying. Um Maybe they're like a little more understanding of what I'm trying to say, but when I mispronunciate something in Korean, they're like, "What?" They're not even like it's not even close to what I'm trying to say. Maybe I don't know. It makes me very self-conscious, and I don't know if maybe because I'm older, it makes me very very self-conscious to try to speak in Korean. I wasn't this self-conscious back in the day. I really wasn't. So I would try to speak in Korean and English all the time, and now in Korean it's really difficult for me to try. It's yeah. Hi, Sujon. Hi, Sheena. That's my twin. It turns out that Shin and we have the same birthday on the same day, on the same year. I had never met somebody that had the exact same birthday, and we're both partners in the channel, so it's very interesting. Oh yeah, I mean I understood what you said, Jing Hyuni. I just didn't know if I said it right. Yeah. So what other struggles do you have? I mean, there's like for me, the writing in Korean, sometimes I feel like there is no rules. Sometimes you in Spanish you have like a rule like after this comes this, or in English you also have those rules. After this comes this letter. If you can't put this letter after that letter. Um, I feel like Korean doesn't have those kind of rules. I feel like in Korean it's like you just have to figure it out and just remember that. Okay, just remember. Um, and it just honestly, it's a lot to memorize. It's a lot of words that have that honestly. Um, so it's a little difficult. Oh, thank you, Sheena. 고맙다. 안녕 안녕하세요. 전도디에 올 I can't read that well. 올 수 있어요. 올 수 있어요. Um, so yeah, it's I find it really difficult to try to remember the words because there's no rules to it. There is of course the verb and the subject object verb, but there's no other rule like um how you write it. Like, after this letter comes this letter, or I don't know. That's how I feel like it's difficult. Uh I also think it's difficult like it could be difficult for English speakers because it's backwards from Korean. Now for Spanish speakers, it's not that difficult because we are also kind of backwards. So some of the things are the same for for Korean speakers, and some of the things are not. So some of the things are the same, like in the way we make the sentences and stuff. We also in Spanish don't use the word you, or don't necessarily use the word I sometimes. So we are used to that, and it's not that different for us, but it is different for English speakers. So I think that is something difficult sometimes. Tammy says for hers, making the time inconsistency is the difficult part. I agree. It can be difficult. I agree. For me, it also can be difficult to make the time. I think also because we all probably work have kids and stuff, and it can be like really difficult. I usually like studying before bed. I can't trill my R sound, so that always trips me up. Your R sound? Well, I think that the Korean R is also tricky because it's not really an R. It's like an R with an L. So it's a little bit um, kind of tricky with that. When it comes to, yeah, I mean, us Hispanics, we have a very pronounced R, and then English speakers don't. So it, you know, those kind of things, like the pronunciation can, for me, the pronunciation of certain letters are definitely difficult. Like I said, the double, what is it, Gia, or I think Gia. Those are difficult. Any double letters for me are difficult. I relax with some sleep tea and my Korean books. To be able to be good at one sentence structure pattern, practice 10 times for one pattern. Oh, okay. Tell me, practicing saying butter really fast works on that R in Spanish. Oh, I've never tried that. Practice makes perfect. That is true. Practice. And sometimes if I'm really embarrassed and I don't like, I'll send like the voice message to Jin Hyani or somebody that can probably tell me if it's right or wrong. So try your best, because even if you are embarrassed, if you don't tell anybody, if you don't talk to anybody, if you don't send these things to anybody, you're really not going to accomplish anything. You're not accomplishing anything if you're not practicing, if you're not actually talking. So I think that was the hardest thing for me when I was learning English, was actually like talking. And that is the hardest thing for me now in Korean, is talking, as actually going out there and actually like saying the words and feeling like I'm not messing up when I'm trying to say these words. And like I said earlier, like one of the things I do sometimes when I'm, sometimes I don't want to like bother her or something, I go to my Google Translate and I just press the thing and it'll just listen to everything I'm saying, and this like it'll put the words that it heard. So if I was saying was right, like if I say 안녕하세요, da 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 da, and then it translates to the right things, then it means I probably said it right or close enough to where this thing like heard what I was saying, and that's good enough. Q said, I watched the first 15 minutes of a K-drama episode without subtitles to force me to listen for words I know. Q, actually, I was watching the other day to Horan for the first time. I watched 2 episodes without captions. So I was really proud of me. And it's kind of hard because Horang is supposed to be like a historic drama. So some of these words are kind of old, but I actually got a lot of the words. When you say butter, the way your tongue hits the roof of your mouth is the same thing that happens when I pronounce diot, pretty much. Yeah, true. Yes, oh my God, I'm so scared to talk to people. I know, it's embarrassing, isn't it? Yes, it is. And people always say, just do it. It's not that easy, people, especially for somebody like, I might be very like, yay, and very nice, but I'm actually not somebody who goes and just randomly talks to people. And like the other day, somebody at work came to me and he happened to be Korean. I'm so on the board and like I had left a message of Happy New Year in Korean. And and he said, oh my gosh, who's learning Korean, da 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 da. And I was like, oh, it's me. And then he said, oh, do you speak Korean? In Korean. And I froze. I heard what he said. I understood what he said. Every time somebody does that and they tell me something, it just catches me off guard and I freeze. I know what they're saying. I freeze. I can't like answer. I don't know why. It just takes me a second. I'm like, yes, just a little bit, and just and I just freeze. So yeah, I'm sorry. I talk with my hands a lot. Like I said, I'm Hispanic. This is a thing we do. It got me in trouble a lot in the military at the beginning. Watch K-dramas. K-dramas imitate characters, like copy them exactly how they say them. Imitate your favorite biased Korean. You'll be speaking like Korean for sure. I can't do that right now because my favorite drama right now, it's the North Korean drama. I don't want to be going over there talking North Korean. I then write the words based on the sound I picked up and translate them to see what I understand. Cues right, watch with subs, then understand them, watch without subs, and imitate them until it's yours. Yeah, I wanted to do that with Horan too, but I was worried because it's a historical drama. I thought it'd be a bad option. It's not that bad. It has a lot of words that I understood from now. So it's not like a terrible option, honestly. It's not a bad option. It had some words that were kind of, I was like, oh, yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. But some other ones that I totally caught. Jing Hyuni, you probably cannot accept any more friends. You already have 5,000. I love how we're all like, Jane Hyuni. Alright. Just so you'll know, I have allergies. This is not like anything bad. But you can totally contact her through the page. Go to Korean Chatterbox, our Facebook page. Go through Instagram. We're also on Instagram. You can contact us through there. I have access to that. Also Facebook. So if any of us can contact you that way. So just, Korean Chatterbox, the same as our channel, as our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok, and our, what else? Our Twitter. Yes. Santi, what is the hardest thing of learning a language? Of learning another language?
Oh, learning a language?
Like, what other language do you speak?
I speak Spanish and English.
Okay, and what is the hardest thing of learning a second language?
That you have to keep learning.
Because then you forget? Yeah. So that's it. This is my little kiddo, Santiago. Alright. 감사합니다. I'm trying to teach him Korean.
Where'd the water go?
What water? I don't know. How advanced is my Korean? I would say my Korean is really basic, but I understand quite a lot. So maybe not so basic, maybe beginners, but I don't know. I think Jin Hyuni can talk better about how advanced my Korean is. Another tip people forget often: invest 5 minutes every day. Never give up. I started to befriend people not communicating with me regularly, so I will have more meaningful friends from now on. And true. I'm not sure what true was. Cute. So, true story, Santiago was in a Russian daycare when he was 2. I had gone to Korea for the first time. I was living in Korea for a year, so he had to stay in Seattle for a year. And he was in that daycare for about 2 years. When I came back, Santiago pretty much spoke Russian. I did not speak a lick of Russian. I sometimes would come home and he would tell me things like yellow blue, and I'm like, what does that mean? And I would have to go to the lady the next day and say, what does that mean? And she would tell me, oh, it means I love you. So and then my brother's wife is Russian, and I would come and we would be like, oh, he speaks Russian. She's like, no. And then we were like, okay, go ahead and talk to him. And she would talk to him and he would do whatever she asked. And she's like, oh my gosh, he speaks Russian. And we're like, yes, he does. But unfortunately, we had to move and he lost all the Russian. So yeah, it was very sad that he lost it. But I'm kind of glad because I don't speak Russian. He would be right now insulting me and I had no idea. Jinhyani says, I love you. She says, 사랑해 in Korean and in English.
사랑해. I don't know how to say it. 사랑해.
There you go. 사랑해요.
Why are you going like this?
That's
Oh, I thought you were going like pointing a card out.
No.
사랑.
My 4-year-old understands my Korean. Okay, can you say that again, please?
안녕하세요.
Ryan, and I'm not sure what you want me to say again. Can you say what you want me to say again? Are you able to keep up a conversation? A very little one. I am kind of a little one. I can, yeah, sort of. I can say, sometimes when we have meetings, I'll say things in meetings, We're kind of preparing a alphabet video for you guys. Shin, our partner in Korea, she's making the Korean sounds because I don't dare, because I don't want you to get it wrong. And then I'll be explaining it because she really doesn't speak English, so I will be explaining it. We're working together, and then I already know how to read Korean, but Santi doesn't know. So
the only word I remember is 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. No, but you always used to say 감사합니다.
Well, I forgot because I don't live in Korea anymore.
But yeah, he used
and
to
you
tell.
learn more than me.
He used to tell the taxi drivers 감사합니다, and they would be so like, oh my god, they love it.
And the other thing they love are my eyelashes.
Yes, they would always be like, oh my gosh, your eyelashes, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ow.
And he would be like, Mom, again. Rhiannon is 감사합니다. Santi's Korean is perfect. Santi, you spoke like a Korean. Sorry, I think it was thank you. Oh, 귀여워. Aw, you're cute. 귀여워.
What does okay mean?
귀여워, you're cute. 귀여워. So I want to make this video of us teaching Santi how to read Hangul.
Last time we did a video, her computer.
My computer crashed. So we had a video of the own reaction when Jinhyani was sick, and we made a video like it was us watching this for the first time, and it was like so fun. We had a good time. We were learning how to say the words of the card I showed you earlier, and we used the thing, and we even said the word pain, and Santi got a bad pronunciation a couple of times. It was quite funny. And my computer died, guys, and we lost it.
So we couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't want to fake react, so we didn't do it again. 안녕하세요. Santi is perfect. Santi, come to life all the time. We want to see you.
I'm already in life.
Oh, you're already in life?
Yes.
She didn't say alive.
I am alive. Santi is perfect. Santi, come to live all the time.
Any other
I don't
struggles,
get
guys?
it. I don't get it.
She's saying, come to our live. Anytime I have a live, she wants you to come over and hang out with us. Any other struggles, guys, of learning a new language, or any other struggles you have with Korean in particular, or English? I mean, seriously, English. I think for me, it was definitely the words that have, like, the word salmon. There is an L, people. Salmon.
Salmon.
Or the word aisle. There's an S. Isla. I don't know how you say that.
You're covering your J-hook.
Oh my goodness, I'm covering my J-hook.
I know, you're still covering it. I don't know where it's good at. I'm just gonna
No,
put it
Santi,
here.
this has a delay.
I know it has a delay.
What other difficulties do you have learning another language?
I want to learn Portuguese.
Well, we're talking about Korean.
In Korean, like, what do I want to learn?
Mm-hmm.
How-
What do you find harder trying to learn Korean?
I find hard how you don't learn two languages and then you
Languages?
keep languages,
Oh.
not sandwiches.
Okay.
When you learn more languages every time, you sometimes forget the first one. And
Which one did you forget when you were learning Korean?
Spanish.
You were not learning
Yes!
Korean back then.
I was in Korea.
You were in Korea, but you
and
were
I lost
not
all
learning
my
Korean.
Spanish. I lost all my Spanish. All my
So
Spanish.
Santi, they're asking, are you an army too?
What do you mean by that?
Are you a BTS army?
Yes,
And who's your favorite?
Jimin. Stop making that face.
He is an army. And who's your second favorite?
It's between V.
Between V?
Yeah, only V.
So is it
V.
in between V?
No, V.
Oh, okay.
It's between V.
We need to teach Santi the tomato song.
Tomato?
Tomato song.
Oh, well, I remember the baby.
We were, baby, ba-boo-boo. We were learning this Korean song for pronunciation the other day. Find someone near you who will only speak and write in Korean with you is helpful. I go to the Asian market and try not to speak English. The guy answers to me in Korean at the market sometimes. But honestly, most people immediately they'll speak English. And even in Korea, like even if I try to say hello or something in Korean, they immediately will try to talk to me in English because they want to practice English. And so it's a little bit like, oh.
Somebody say JK is your bias junker. I don't think I'm going to say that. I'm going to say just kidding when you try telling me to say that.
Sit here. My problem is trying to find the time because I work 2 jobs. Naomi, what about listening to something in one of your jobs? Can you do that? Or can you, in your breaks, like maybe listen to some music or some videos or, stuff like that, maybe?
Just stopped it in to say hi.
Hi, Naomi.
Naomi Leoki.
Leoiki, maybe.
Sorry.
It's hard to think in 3 languages. It is. You know, when I noticed I was actually speaking English pretty well, or I was good in English when I started to dream in English, when I started to have dreams in English. And then eventually I just started to think in English and I was no longer translating things in my head. I don't think I translate things in my head anymore when it comes to certain words in Korean. So like 안녕하세요, 감사합니다, those kind of things. I don't translate them in my head anymore. It's no longer, it's automatic. Like I already know what it means. It's automatic.
Oh. Aquila Jean Keynes?
Q. Yeah, she says.
Aquila Jenkins. Jiminy Biased Santi is perfect. What do you mean by that?
Well, that she thinks it's perfect that you like. Jimin. So, I forgot what I was saying, Punk.
About people.
When I was streaming, I realized that I was, and the fact that some words I already know what they are, automatically that helps. I have lately sometimes have words in Korean in my dreams. So I think that's pretty interesting that I'm actually like saying them in Korean. Like Hajima or stuff like that, it's kind of weird. But I guess I do so much in Korean. And one thing that bothers me is that people automatically assume that because you're trying to learn Korean or because you like K-pop or because of whatever reason you decided to learn Korean, you're automatically a Koreaboo.
Koreaboo.
People, no. I actually lived in Korea for 3 years. Even before I liked K-pop, I wanted to learn Korean because I lived there. The first time I lived there was in 2011. I didn't even know about K-pop. That's when I learned about K-pop. I love the food, I love the culture, and I just wanted to learn the language. So no, I was not a Koreaboo just because I like the food and the culture and I want to learn the language. Definitely not. So I hate that people automatically assume that. And I think that that's something people should change, like in their mentality. Just because you like that music or because you like BTS or because you like something does not mean you're Koreaboo.
Koreaboo? What's Koreaboo?
It's when people want to insult other people, to just call them something.
When I'm teaching Spanish, I respond to them in Korean all the time. They don't even notice it anymore.
That's awesome. Like, nah. Hi, Mary. How are you?
Merry
안녕하세요.
Las Cruces.
Las Cruces, you're so weird. I know you miss Texas.
I want to go back to Texas.
I know. You're heavy, bro. Get up. Ouch. Ow.
See, that's why I didn't want to do it.
Ow.
You're heavy yourself.
Excuse you, I'm not sitting on you. I'm sorry, guys. I need to put my child on a chair because he's really heavy. So yeah, I don't like that people just automatically assume because you like that and that Anyways, well, I think that those are pretty much my rant for today. Okay, pretend J-Hope is your boyfriend. Talk to him like he's next to you. Then I will force you to speak in Korean. He wants to learn English. We're good. I got him. No, I'm kidding. But I hope you guys are good. I don't know if you know, I'm located in California, and we got put on this thing called shelter in place. So pretty much we can't go anywhere.
Go to school, but I still have homework.
I was gonna say, boy, you got a lot of homework.
Yeah.
Where are you guys living right now? Are you in the U.S.? I am in the Bay Area, California, so close to San Francisco. My county was actually put in a shelter-in-place order, so we cannot leave our house unless it's pretty much to go to the grocery store or like the doctor. Even my doctor, I had an appointment tomorrow, a very important appointment. She called me. I think my dog pretty much almost has to open the window to pee. No, I'm kidding. It's not. We can go and take the dog out. But I mean, it's we've taken precautions. Everything is fine. Make sure you guys stay safe. Wash your hands. How's the weather there? It's rainy. It's very rainy and cold.
Yeah, but today
Yeah, it's rainy.
It's not.
Look how cloudy it is.
It's cloudy doesn't mean it's raining.
I said it's rainy. I didn't say it's raining. But it's cloudy and rainy and cold. There's like a cold front coming. They said in the mountains we're gonna get snow, so
Oh, I am in the Illinois.
I'm Illinois. That's one of those words. See, Illinois. There's an S.
You have a nice noise.
We are on a 2-week break from school. Entire state suggested self-quarantine. Yeah, we had a 2-week break that was supposed to start yesterday, and then the governor said those counties actually are just not gonna leave their house. It's mandatory.
Please
So
ask people
and it's
to
for 3
watch
weeks
our
now.
BTS
So
names in Korean.
I'm on day 1. I already ate everything I had for 15 days. I'm gonna gain a lot of weight.
Please ask people to watch our BTS names in Korean videos or video in our playlist. If they are beginners, they can always contact me to check their pronunciations through
Voice
voice
recording.
recording.
Yes. So, guys, if you have nothing to do, if you have a little time, even if you have a little time, go through our videos, find the ones that, you know, we have some short videos, and we'll have like how to pronounce the members' names, how to write them, go through those and practice with those. We're gonna come up with the alphabet. I know some people need a refresher on how to write it and read it. So we're gonna come up with an
Mom, look at Mary Kriss.
Oh, I getting kicked out. Oh, I'm sorry, Naomi. What's crazy? Why people buying tons of TP? I have no idea. I have no toilet paper, guys. I have been chasing for toilet. Let me tell you this. I did not freak out like everybody else. Okay. I just didn't think much of it. I knew that it was serious. I knew like, okay, let me stock up on food. Let me stock up on meds, because you'd be going out in the streets, because especially in this area is very, very serious. Like this, like the 3rd hotspot of the country, right? So I was like, let me not go out. But I didn't think TP was gonna be one of those things, right? So I just seriously did not take it that seriously, and I only had like 4 rolls left. Guys, I did not know that maybe if you sneeze, you just poop your pants. I am not sure where they got this from. Like, what's up with this? Why people took all their toilet paper for years to come? I don't know. Half of my feed of my Facebook is my friends wishing people years of diarrhea. That's pretty much what's going on, because they cannot find toilet paper either. It's hilarious.
We looked in Walmart.
I'm from Chicago. Yeah, like San Francisco has no toilet paper. Nowhere in the Bay Area has toilet paper. People in South Florida tells me, my family, no toilet paper. People in Alabama says no toilet paper. There's no toilet paper anywhere. Apparently, it gives you diarrhea, people.
The bulk's buying.
Same here in the UK. The bulk's buying really a problem right now. I know. You know, I went to Costco yesterday, and I went to buy I went to see what they had before I came and got into this shelter in place. And I found these cases of water. I wasn't able to find water before, so I said, okay, let me buy one. People were buying 3 and 4 cases of water. I was like, let me just buy one. Okay, let's not be like other people might need it. Why are we hoarding? Like, oh my God, it's not like we can't leave our house.
Yeah, that's true.
We can actually leave our house to go to the grocery store. That's the only reason why we can leave our house. So people come the freak down, y'all. Okay. Illinois is Illinois French word. Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, but English has all sorts of weird words that.
So everyone's getting kicked out. Oh, I can't.
Same. Me either. Hey Naomi, where are you? Do I need to send you some? Probably. You might need to. Exactly. I don't get it. Yeah, guys, I don't know what's up with this. I didn't know the virus had some relationship with your stomach, but apparently it does. I don't know what to tell you.
You do diarrhea every day.
I guess if you sneeze or like cough, it just.
Mary Kriss, I think she said that there's no hand sanitizer.
There is none. We couldn't find any. I barely found 2 little bars of soap yesterday, so it's the struggle is very real.
And one.
Yeah, and a little pump of soap. So, I mean, just be safe out there, guys. Stay away from people. Make sure you stay home. Listen to, because honestly, it's not because you might get sick because maybe you're healthy. It's because of those of us that are actually immunocompromised. We have no defense system. And if you give it to us, we have no way of take care of us.
See, there it is.
So we went to Walmart. There was no food, no sanitizer. There was nothing left. Yeah, I went to Walmart. If you go on my Instagram, you can actually follow me on my food, nothing. No hand sanitizer here or disinfectant spray. Montreal the same, no toilet paper, Costco, Walmart. Yeah, it's crazy.
We haven't went to Costco yet, have we?
I went to Costco yesterday, so yeah. But seriously, just stay home. I saw a lot of nice posts of people saying if you have older parents that can't go out, I'll go and help. And I really, really wish I could do that for people, but I can't because I have an older person at home and I myself am immunocompromised, so I can't put myself in that position.
Because your chemo.
Because of my chemo. But if anybody out there has no issue with anybody in their home getting sick and you can go help older people that cannot go out there, you try to do that for them. It would be very nice and helpful. But guys, this is it for me. I'm done for today. Thank you for joining. Please stay safe. Make sure you stay home. Let's try to kick this weird virus out of here. I feel so bad for BTS. I feel their pain in all of this. I know I'm really sad. I think they're gonna have to cancel or postpone their concerts, and I'm really sad about that. But I understand, especially because the part that I'm sad about was that here Santa Clara was the very, very first one, and I had tickets for the very, very first one. So I'm very, very sad. But it's okay. I get it.
Because it was gonna be on my birthday, but
it was gonna be for your birthday. It's his birthday gift.
Grocery stores got their delivery today here, so we're good.
Oh,
you're lucky.
I have
really
to go
lucky.
over there today. I'll probably go tomorrow, see if they have some TP. But thank you for joining us, guys, and make sure you follow us on Instagram, follow us